Hey, welcome back to Duckman Cycles and VW Garage. I'm your host, the Duckman. We're back today working on Volkswagen stuff. That's right, Volkswagen stuff. Have you ever seen Volkswagen stuff on this channel before? Probably lots of times, but that's what we're doing today. Today I've got some parts for my 1968 Volkswagen Fastback. That's right, Ruby, the red Type 3. She's going to be getting some new carburetor air filters and a brand new set of linkage. So I've got the box right behind me here. We're going to open it up and see exactly what's in it and what it's going to take to install this thing and put it together. And if the weather holds up, we'll probably work on it later today. But I figure we'll start with the midday Q&A, preparing you for the video that's coming up later. And with that said, let's go ahead and roll that intro. But before we do that, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, pluck that little dingle belly that you see down there next to the subscribe button at the bottom. And don't forget to join us on Duckman Cycles VW Garage over on the Facebook group page. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. We'll see you in a few. Bye! Okay, we're at my indoor workbench over here. We've got our box, which I believe to be my Type 3 air filters and new throttle linkage set. And this came from California. Let's see what we got in here. Oh yeah. Oh no. They sent the wrong kit. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to crab at them. This is supposed to be for a Type 3. This is very clearly not Type 3. The air cleaners on the Type 3 should be about half the height. So this is messed up. I did not ask for intake manifolds. I told them to hold the intake manifolds, so these shouldn't even be in the box. This is a whole lot of erroneous shipping here. Where's the invoice? I gotta find the invoice. I'm gonna have to call these people back, and it's gonna delay me yet another week of putting my car back together. And I hope they're covering shipping on this, because this is their mess up. In fact, there's only one intake manifold in here. This isn't even a complete set. Oh, there's the other one. Oh man. Okay, I'm annoyed. Can't anybody get anything right in life anymore? I mean, this is the same kind of crap I deal with at work day in, day out. People ship the wrong parts, things that I don't ask for, or they ship me bad parts, things that they didn't test before went out. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that I deal with day in and day out, and here in my personal life I have to deal with the same crap once again. So, yeah, this is completely wrong. This is completely wrong, and I don't even think it can be used. I think this is just way completely wrong. Okay. I don't even see an invoice in the box. These guys really fouled up. Really fouled up. An invoice in here? No, there isn't. Is there one attached to the outside of the box? Here's one. We got some paperwork here. Okay. You know, when I ordered this, I even made sure that I told them the correct part number. And, no, I love it. All sales as is. No refund, no warranty. Yeah, we're going to have a discussion about that, because this is wrong. This is very wrong. And they are on Eastern time. No, they are on Pacific time, rather. So they should still be open. We're going to give them a call, and we're going to try to get this straightened out, because this is messed up. This really makes me unhappy. Really makes me unhappy. I mean, they completely shipped the wrong parts here. Okay. Well, anyway, I had them on the phone, and we started to go through some of the parts that are on here, and it turns out that the Type 1 kit and the Type 3 kit have way too many separate parts. What they wanted to do was just send me a box with the parts that were differing for the Type 3, and then I can send all the individual Type 1 stuff back to them. And this is definitely a kit of a Type 1. You know, Type 3 stuff will not stand up that tall, because if it does, you can't close your engine compartment lid. Everything is just going to be shorter. The manifolds are shorter, and the air cleaners are much shorter than these monsters that you see here. So yeah, this is definitely going to have to go back. The great thing about their customer service, they were very, very attentive. They are paying for the return shipping. I didn't even have to ask, and I was not asked to pay anything additional. They said they're going to email me a shipping label. They said get it printed out, throw it on the box, and I'll send it back to them. At the same time, they're boxing up the correct kit today, and it's going out and coming to me now. So while I will be without my Fastback for about another week, which I really don't like. I really want to have that thing to drive, but unfortunately it's just, yeah, it's just not going to be available because I'm not going to be able to get this thing together. That also means another week that you have to wait before I can do a Type 3 video where I start upgrading all this stuff and make that car work. I'm a little less frustrated than I was, you know, just minutes ago. And like I said, they're taking care of me. Rather than end this video on such a sour note, we're going to go ahead and have a look at Eleanore outside and have a quick discussion about that, so that way we have something else to talk about that makes us happy. Thanks for watching. Okay, we're back. I figure we should have a look at Eleanore here, since, of course, it's been just a disaster of a video-making day. So here's Eleanore right here down below, and what I've got up here on the roof is a couple of things that I need to get worked on. Right up here are the seatbelt reinforcements. Now what these do is these actually sit inside, well, not so much the round one, but the straight one. They sit up inside of the A-pillar, or B-pillar I should say. They sit up inside of the B-pillar, up around the backside of it, where you really can't see. But there's a hole over here where the seatbelt bolt is supposed to go through. This is supposed to go on the inside of it. And no, I didn't forget to put it in. It's just that I'm going to put it in by pulling it up with a piece of wire and string, and then welding it in place with a couple of spot welds. And by factory, they only had one spot weld here, and one spot weld here. So when I was doing the rebuild of the car and the roof chop and all the other nonsense, they just kind of fell out. The Sawzall just knocked them out of place, and they fell down inside the car. So these do need to be welded back in, otherwise you can't have seat belts. But it's kind of funny just how simple these things actually are. You know, they're just flat pieces of metal. This one, I think I might accidentally cut that off. I still have the other piece around here somewhere, but I believe that when I was doing the actual chopping of the pillars, that I cut through that. And this one, it looks like it's been welded. I probably cut that one too and fixed it at some point, just don't remember. And these two are the ones that go in the back. Now normally an oval wouldn't have an over-the-shoulder seat belt, but there were provisions for it in a later car. So I did have a set of these from some of the donor parts that came off of another car, and I'm going to try to weld them in there. We'll see. I don't plan on putting in a back seat, but I would like to have provisions for the seat belts anyway, because once everything is painted and done, you can't go back and fix it without tearing something up. So I'm going to see if I can put those back in the rear, and they go up in this area somewhere. Somehow along with the curvature. I'm not exactly sure how they fit in there. I'll have to look at another stock car and figure it out. Woo, that was loud. Okay, and the other thing I've got up here, this is a frame for a bus hatch. And what the bus hatch is this sits in the cargo area, and looking down you can see the engine from above. And it's got some rust and it needs some repair work, and a lot of the edge, the flange along the edge here is all chewed up and rotten. In fact, some pieces of it are completely gone. But I'm going to rebuild this thing and put it back together. And then using a hatch door, which is one of these, and these two are in some pretty sorry shape, and I think between the two I could probably make one good one. I can then drop that down inside of this here and then have a door that works. And my idea is to put it right down below here in the rear package area of this car. Now, some people say, well, you know, that's not going to fit. And actually, the measurements are extremely close, almost like it was intended to go in there. So when I get this body back off, we're going to be dropping that hatch down inside of there. And I heard a couple people say, you know, hey, you know, you can't do that. That's a firewall. Well, you know what? In a bus, that's a firewall too. And technically, that's directly over the engine where all the fuel and everything else is. Over here, it's only over the transmission. It's not over the engine at all. So if there was an engine fire, well, technically, it's not going to burn through that. Unless, of course, the transmission catches fire. But, I mean, if your transmission starts burning, being that it's magnesium, all bets are off anyway. No matter who you are, no matter what car you've got, if you've got a magnesium transmission or engine and that magnesium catches fire, yeah, you're not putting that one out. So this is something that I'm going to be working on in the really soon. I'm going to start working on this one. But what I do need to do, of course, before I do any of that, is get the body off of this car. Boy, it's dark in there. I don't know how well that... see if I can bring the light up on it a little more and give you a better look in there. Let's see, low light mode. Here we go. So anyway, yeah, what they call the rear package area is that area underneath there. And directly underneath that hatch, and the reason why I'm doing this is where your clutch cable is at. That's where the starter motor lives. And of course, you can get access to the CV joints and a few other things from the top side. And it's a whole lot easier to do that from the inside of the car than trying to jack it up and pull off a wheel and bend your arm, wishing that you had 3 wrists so you can curve it around other objects. And you can also get to that elusive rear engine bolt that's on the opposite side of the starter, over by where the clutch cable attaches. The one that nobody ever puts in because it's too hard to reach. If you can reach it, you're going to put it in. And that's what I'm doing here. So we're going to try to get this thing customized with a bus rear hatch. And what I like most about the bus rear hatch, and Volkswagen Planet knows what I'm talking about, it's an OEM part. Sure, it's not made for this particular model, but it's going to go on this model, and it is from Volkswagen. So the original bus seals that are on here, the original bus insulation that goes inside of it, all the clips and other pieces that go on it are all OEM Volkswagen parts. So anyway, that's my goal right there. Get that sucker installed. As always, if you like my videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please pluck that little dingle belly down there next to the subscribe button. That way you get updates every time I upload a new video. Don't forget to check out Duckman Cycles, the VW Garage Facebook page. And I do have some other channels. In fact, I've been uploading more over on VV the Duck VV. Some more of the Volkswagen life stories, things that I do to help other people, or when I go to a show, you know, that's usually where that stuff will appear. Sorry, over here on Duckman Cycles, it's more technical stuff, although I do the talk stuff right about noon every day. So this is my midday Q&A, and this is some of the questions and things that have been asked, and I try to talk about things that I'm planning or things that I'm working on in a separate video. So that's what we do here. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Blah!